Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I just wanted to make this video about learning Japanese. Um, well, if you are smart, you will learn Japanese before you come here. Um, but there is a lot of stuff that you can't learn outside of Japan. But hey, it's better having something than nothing at all. Before I came to Japan, I tried to learn, but I'm a really bad student. Like I can't sit down and say, okay, I'm going to spend the next 1 hour studying Japanese, and I'm going to do that every single night for like a month. I can't do that. I don't know why. I'm a procrastinator, and I'm very I don't know. I suddenly get the urge to do something else, and as a result, I always had problems with studying, just low attention span. But it's okay. I manage. I've got my own way of learning and studying, and that involves the practical application and the practical learning side of things. So I've done okay. I've done okay. A year and a half here, and from only being able to say a couple of things to just being able to talk uh, reasonably, reasonably. Like I'm not afraid to go anywhere and ask people about things and understand what they say, as long as they use um, a dialect I understand. But but yeah, my advice to you, because I'm one of those people that it's almost shameful to admit that I don't learn the same as others. Um, and I think that there are a lot of people out there that are just like me. Like you go you go to a country, or you know you compare yourself with your peers, is what I'm basically trying to say. And on YouTube, you'll see a lot of people that are fantastic at Japanese. They're unbelievable. It's so weird to see someone like so white, speaking Japanese so fluently, man. But I mean, you got to remember a couple of things. A lot of these vloggers that are like that, they've been here for more than 10 years, or they are just exceptionally intelligent people. They can learn really quickly and really well. Um, so yeah, which leads me to Japanese and how I learned Japanese. And if you are having trouble learning, um, I've got a couple of ideas that might be able to help you out. Well, the first thing is that you should realize that you're going to learn at your own speed. It doesn't matter if everyone's really fast and and you're really slow. Just keep going. Try not to compare yourself. It's really hard not to, but you should always just look look at the way that you progress. Look at the way you always have progressed in your life with things, and yeah, and judge yourself based on that. Don't compare yourself with others, because um, otherwise it's going to be really difficult, and you're going to feel really discouraged quite easily. And you shouldn't do that when you're learning, because learning at a slower speed um, is nothing to be ashamed of. You just learn. Determination is something that you should be proud of, and giving up is something that you should be ashamed of. So so yeah, don't ever give up. Now, what I did um, when I first came here is that I looked in a dictionary similar to this dictionary. Oh, easy peasy Japanesey. See, um, I went through it, all the English words through the A's, and I found all the words which were really important. Like I can't think of anything right now. Actually, I've got a little book here. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Okay, what have I got in the A section? But yeah, it's a really good thing to do, because some of it's gonna stick and some of it's not. You know, adult, aeroplane, approximately, afternoon, again, air, alcohol, almost, alone. Words like that that you don't have to use a whole sentence. You can just say a word if you want to express something, and there you go. You've expressed yourself, and isn't that the idea? Isn't that the idea? You want to communicate, right? So that's one thing that I did, and I learned so much vocabulary so quickly. I gave myself a challenge. I'm like, all right, I want to memorize um 20 words a day, and I started off like that, and I realized this is really easy. So I started making the numbers a bit higher, and every day I would always make sure that I recapped. And you use little mind tricks to remember. I use association. So if the word reminds you of something else, and but if it's really ridiculous, the more ridiculous it is, the easier it is to remember. Um, so yeah, you can learn anything like that. The easiest way is to remember the counting, like ichi ni san yon go roku nana hachi kyuju. You know, it's so easy, of course, to think of itchy knee, like your knee being itchy. And then while you're itching your knee, you look at the sun and it makes you yawn, and then you have to go, right? And then maybe as you're going, you hit a rock wall, and then your nana, or we call grandmother nana, comes up and looks after you, and then she kills you with a hatchet, and the hatchet turns into the letter Q, um, and then it chases after some Jewish guy, Jew. Hey, if it works, it works. That's something I just made up then. So try and find your own way of associating. Also, I'm a Christian, but I follow a lot of Old Testament food laws, so stuff like pork and seafood and many other foods. Yeah, Japan has a lot of seafood, so that's something I have to look out for. You learn about the vocabulary that's really important to you, and or your hobbies, or a passion of yours, and stuff's gonna stick. You'll be really surprised, but yeah, for me, what works best is association and also things that are really important. And yeah, what's really helpful is if you just spend your time talking with Japanese people. Don't try not to talk too much with foreigners, because I don't know, it can be counterproductive. But I mean, of course, you need to have foreigners to talk to, um, because it can get a little bit lonely. But yeah, anyway, I'm going off to a different subject. But yeah, all the best. Yeah, don't be afraid, and don't feel ashamed, and don't give up, most importantly. Okay, bye bye.